Welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United. To be honest, I wasn't thinking of doing a video today. I wanted to do a video at least gone past Sunday, but I was lazy and had a few things to do. I had time to do the video. I was just zoned out. I couldn't be bothered to be doing a video. And I wanted to do a video on Sunday because seeing that it's international break, that's the name on everybody's lips right now. Everybody likes the international break, don't they? Lies. But yeah, I wanted to do a video on probably something relating to Manchester United or something just relating to football in general. There was a comment that caught me that I want to address by a fellow. I think he's a subscriber of mine. And you guys know that I do have more subscribers. But there was this comment that actually it's my own comment on a previous video, and he was saying his name. I'm going to give him a shout out. I might bless me. I might pronounce his name incorrectly, but see with a brother because he's not the best on pronunciations. It goes by Gershan Singh Sangha. So it's fair to say that he's Middle Eastern, like he's from Bangladesh or India or Sri Lanka, around those regions. And his comment was saying, bro, you have great knowledge about Man United. Why not make a series of videos on United's past legacy under Wayne Rooney? I like your comment. I like your comment, but there's a small problem I have with that comment. I actually gave you a love, and I say I love Wayne Rooney. I will look into it. Thanks for commenting. Keep watching. The problem I have with your comment is not a big one, but it's a problem nonetheless. Your comment is coming across as if Rooney was a manager of Manchester United. Like you're looking at Rooney as manager of Manchester United, and you're saying, okay, what's the legacy under this brethren? This youth who was a Manchester United as manager. Rooney wasn't a manager of Manchester. No, he's a manager at DS somewhere in the MLS. I cannot recall right now. And he's doing bits. He's doing his thing, but no, Rooney never managed. And I'm pretty sure you knew that, but probably didn't voice it properly. But either way, I'll be doing a video on Rooney. Rooney, Wayne Rooney, I have to say his full proper name. Wayne Rooney was the main reason why I supported Manchester United. I think I've said that before a couple of times. I started supporting Manchester United like 2010 or 2011. I've heard about Man United like 2009, but that was because of the the PES 09 that I had on my small phone that had Messi, which made that Messi was like astonishing. But anyway, I had this game on my phone, PES 09, and that's how I knew some of the names of Man United players. It didn't say Man United, it said Man United Red, Manchester Red. I guess some license, whatever, but they didn't give the full name to Manchester United, which was the side Manchester United, but they said it's Man United, Manchester Red. Anyway, though, yeah, that's how I came across Rooney. And Rooney at the time, and this is not a shocker to most Man United fans who have been supporting Man United for a long time, Rooney was like on the pinnacle of English football. Wayne Rooney, if you were to ask any Man United fan, in the years between 2009 to 2012, person would tell you, say, this white brethren with the blue eyes is one of the best strikers in Premier League history. He was not even, I don't even think he was like in top 3 in terms of top scorers in the Premier League. But in terms of his current form then, from 09 to 011, more emphasis on 2009 and 2010, which was his best season. Now 2011, 2012. I'm going to get to that in a second. But in 2000 and 2010, Wayne Rooney, seeing that we have lost Cristiano Ronaldo, was our main man. Got most of the goals. He was very unplayable. This youth was scoring about headers in droves, getting goals galore off his head from the unbombing crosses or from Antonio Valencia from the right-hand side. This brethren, man, this brethren was just 5'9" foot. And he was scoring headers like he was 6 foot or something. and he was just 5'9". And when he played as the main striker, man, it's unfortunate he got an injury at the latter end of the season. Cause I think he would have at least gotten 40. Rooney could have at least gotten 40, isn't me? Yeah, he was very unplayable. But what really sparked me doing this video alongside with this comment is something I've seen. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but I'm gonna say it either way. Cristiano Ronaldo allegedly, after turning 30, has scored more goals than Wayne Rooney in his entire career. I know that's poor English, but let me translate a bit. Basically, they're saying that Ronaldo, after the age of 30, has scored more goals than Wayne Rooney in his entire football career. And they're saying its levels. I'm going to defend Rooney here. And not because I love Rooney and that he's my most favorite Man United ex-player, but dude, Rooney is the reason why Ronaldo was on the main scene. Never you forget that. Never you forget that. Never you forget that. Rooney is one of the main reasons why Ronaldo is clocking them goals. And he started clocking them goals. Dude, let me give you a backdrop. Rooney and Ronaldo in 07. This was where Manchester United was transitioning into becoming more structured, changing style of play because they haven't won the Premier League for 2 years. And personally, we're calling for Sir Alex Ferguson ahead, which I'm going to get to in a second. Because Chelsea was dominating the scene in the Premier League through Jose Mourinho. Arsenal in 04, in 03-04 won the Premier League, and they haven't won it ever since, which they may win this season. But in 06-07, Ronaldo and Rooney basically changed the rules a bit. And it became more prominent in 07-08 and 08-09, continuing until, Ronaldo became the Cristiano Ronaldo that we know. Dude, it doesn't take, if you're a Manchester United supporter and you have an objective mindset and you're not a Ronaldo athlete or a subjective supporter, you would know good well that Rooney is one of the main reasons why Ronaldo scored a lot of goals at Manchester United, particularly in the last 3 seasons. Rooney compromised, sacrificed himself, and dropped back in that midfield. Now, he was still an attacker. He was still an extra body to put in the midfield if they were out of position. Ronaldo wouldn't drop back. Ronaldo would be high up in the pitch. And that's how Sir Alex Ferguson used him. So on paper, you may see Rooney as a striker, but that's not how the game is played. Because if you look at the heat map, Ronaldo is way up so. Rooney is behind so. So it goes to show you that Rooney, along with Giggs, never forget Giggs, but this is based on Rooney, is one of the reasons why Ronaldo scored a lot of goals. Basically, you could say that what Benzema was to Ronaldo at Real Madrid, Rooney was for Ronaldo at Manchester United. They played similar roles. Because again, on paper, Rooney was a striker. Or one of the strikers, because Sir Alex Ferguson usually use 2 strikers. So, with his traditional 4-4-2, or I think it was a 4-3-3 change in 06-07, because the 4-4-2 was dying a slow death. It was on a slow decline, because it wasn't effective, seeing that Jose Mourinho came in the Premier League with a 4-3-3. So persons adapted to the 4-3-3. Without getting anything, I don't want to confuse myself, but I'm going to say this. If Rooney was more selfish in front of goals, Ronaldo wouldn't have been this goal score machine in his last 3 seasons. Maybe eventually down the years, he might be the goal score machine that we know. But if it wasn't for Rooney, that was dropping deep, allowing Ronaldo to get the spotlight, to get all the heat, to get all the praise, to get all the goals, Ronaldo, at least in his last years at Manchester United, wouldn't have scored much goals. Again, bro, if you look at the amount of assists this Belgian give to Ronaldo at United, you would have to take a proper backseat and say, Ronaldo get all the accolades, but Rooney is the main man that allowed him to get all them accolades. Isn't it? And this is not from a biased standpoint because I love Rooney. This is pure facts. If you have a pair of eyes and your eyes working properly, then you will see that Rooney is the main reason why Ronaldo scored a lot of goals. I'll say this. Rooney has no placement with the amount of goals Ronaldo scored after 30. That's out of his control. It has nothing to do, with all of them goals that Ronaldo scored after 30. But here's another thing, man. Rooney didn't play striker all seasons. Rooney did not play a strikers all season. I know some person gonna say, well, Ronaldo didn't play a striker all season. Ronaldo was a left winger. Never let the starting level fool you. On paper, he was a left winger. When attacking, this brethren was in the box. In his prime, even when he was outside the box on that left-hand side, Jose Mourinho made him the main goal scorer for Real Madrid. So basically, this brethren can do anything he wants. Go in the box, go on the left, take shot outside of the box. He wasn't as disciplined as the other attackers like your Angel Di Maria, who drop back like a Karim Benzema or a Higuain or I don't think Ozil was that disciplined because Ozil was not that he was lazy, but Ozil wasn't given much defensive duties as the others, because everybody knows that when you're under Jose Mourinho, if you lose the ball, you go have to run back if you're not Ronaldo. But if Ronaldo dropped back, but the point is this, man, most times he would be in the attacking third. So when Real Madrid was on the counter, this brethren was way up so when Ronaldo it's similar to the goal that he scored against Barcelona in I think it was 2012 or 2013, where he go flick over the ball to over PK's head and go score that audacious goal. Ronaldo was the highest player up, and he always was the highest player up under Jose Mourinho, and even under Carlo Ancelotti in 2013 to 2015. Yes, and going back to Rooney, man, Rooney was always playing with a sense of discipline, even when he was a striker. Alright, let me talk about Rooney with Ronaldo at Man United. Again, like I just mentioned, when this brethren was at Manchester United, Rooney was not a free-flowing Rooney. He couldn't do anything he wanted to do with the ball. He couldn't do anything what he do because Sir Alex Ferguson was making a monster out of Ronaldo. He saw that Ronaldo was a hungry, lethal, ruthless goal scorer, and he used that to his benefit. Not that Rooney is not ruthless, but Rooney had a lot of other stuff to his game that Ronaldo didn't. And I'll say this, Ronaldo is not a better playmaker than Rooney, or a better drop-back player than Rooney, although some people go say that they don't care about that. But overall, Rooney is a better player. I'm not talking about dribbling. I'm talking about the overall package in terms of being selfless, not selfish. Not saying that Ronaldo is selfish to a degree in terms of getting goals. Not saying that he's fully selfish. I'll never say that. I'll be objective. But I'm saying that Rooney was not given a free role as Ronaldo when he was at Man United. So basically, you could say that if it wasn't for Rooney given a disciplinary act, he could have scored way more goals. Maybe he wouldn't have caught up to the goal tally of Ronaldo, but his goals would be way more. And for this brethren to be getting goals from number 10 position from midfield and still became the second Premier League top scorer in history and become the second assister in football history is astonishing. These are staggering numbers. And speaking of numbers, let me just get into something right now. So as you guys should know, if you guys keep up with the Premier League, Sir Alex Ferguson has been inducted into the Premier League's Hall of Fame with his arch nemesis over the years in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, and mid through 2000s basically. So Arsene Wenger, they were inducted into the Premier League, and rightly so. Now it says here that under Sir Alex Ferguson, Wayne Rooney had the most goals. That's 141 goals. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, Wayne Rooney got the third most assists, which is 67 assists. Again, I'm looking at these numbers and I'm looking at the players that played alongside Rooney. Ruud van Nistelrooy was not a player that was, dropping deep and creating. You know what I mean? That wasn't Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy was a lethal, certified goal poacher. Anything that touches him is a goal in the box. This Bridgman, if he's camping, he's pitching his tent in that box, and nothing's not going to miss him. That was Ruud van Nistelrooy. And once this Bridgman go clock 44 goals or something. Almost 5 shy. No, that's no 6 shy. 6 goals shy. Well, I'm not so good with numbers. 6 goals shy of getting 50. The Messi, Ronaldo, goal tally mark. In most seasons anyway. But anyway, man, hey, not to make this video long, but Rooney deserves his respect. And I'm not saying this from a biased standpoint because I love Rooney and all this, but Rooney deserves respect. I'll say this. I'll never say that Rooney's a saint. I'll never say that Rooney's a saint because this brethren wanted to top out of Manchester United in 2010, in November of 2010, because he thought that Manchester United lacked ambition and he wasn't looking to sign a new contract. But when more money was added to the tally, not the tally, man, I can't even talk. When more money was added to his contract, he signed, I think it was at the end of 2010 or sometimes in early 2011. As person were obviously, questioning whether this brethren was going to stay or not. And by the looks of it at the time, the person would think that he would have gone to City because City was linked to him, Real Madrid and PSG. And he could have just gone like that. And he was not in the best goal scoring form in 2010, 2011. You see me? Although he was in the prime years, this was our prime Rooney. But in terms of tallies, it wasn't nowhere near the tallies of his previous season 09-010. 09-2010. You see me? And in 2011-2012, man, even though he got 34 goals, that was Wayne Rooney. You see me? We had Welbeck, we had Javier Hernandez, we had Berbatov, who was not nearly much games as he used to back in the day for Man United, but he was on the bench with Michael Owen. Yeah, man. So again, bro, to finish this video, man, Ronaldo's been getting his respect. Although persons hate the brethren, I don't hate the brethren. Rooney deserves his respect. So even if Ronaldo gets more goals than him after 30 than his entire football span, understand this. Rooney played out of positions. Is me. Rooney dropped back a lot to add some dirty work to the defense. Yes, Rooney was playing wing. Rooney was playing, and I'm not talking about a winger that could just cut in and shoot. Rooney was like, if you see Rooney, and he was going to cross the ball into the box. There are times, of course, he cuts in and shoot because he's a striker. That's what you do. If there's an opportunity, you go for goal. And even there was a time he could have gone for goal. He didn't go for goal because he passed it to someone who was more advanced and then go score. And you wonder why he has all of these assists, man. And he's a striker. I'll say this and wrap up. Rooney could have done a lot better. I'm going to be objective. He could have done a lot better with his football career, but his level of discipline was called into question. It's me. Rooney was not the most disciplined player, contrary to popular belief. Now, because this bridging could run with 120 miles per hour doesn't mean that he's disciplined. Now, because he could have won back the ball back from halfway line into the attacking third doesn't mean that he was disciplined. He was a talented player. When this bridging was 18, or 17 at the Euros in 2004 or in 2003, thereabout. Person we're talking about this bridging to be like the epitome of English football, like the best player since Paul Gascoigne. the best English player since John Barnes or something. It's me. Person we're looking to this brethren. And Rooney, although he was, stuck and built like a 30-year-old in a bar that drinks beer on every Friday after a week of work, Rooney was still fast, man. Was talented, beating players for pace and shoving them off. A 16, 17-year, 18-year-old Rooney. It's me. This Bridging was talented, man. And yes, he wasn't, he lost his legs a bit in the latter of his prime. And he wasn't the most disciplined, because there are some seasons you look at Rooney and say, look like Rooney shedding some pounds, man. Another season, he's on the fork again. So he was like a yo-yo. Like he wasn't as disciplined, but he was very talented. And even then, when he wasn't that very disciplined, he's one of the best players to grace the Premier League. I don't even say one of the best players to grace football, period. Out of English football. Rooney deserves his respect, man. Because again, bro, if you were to switch the roles, if you were to switch the roles and play Rooney as a striker from since the day he came to United to the last day at his Everton days, man, Rooney would score a lot of goals, man. Rooney was a lethal goal scorer. And when he take a shot, you couldn't save it because it was that powerful. But Rooney brought more than just goals. Not saying that Ronaldo just brought goals, because Ronaldo back in his prime, he was like the modern day attacker, Cristiano Ronaldo. Pace, strength, dribbling, swagger. This Bridging could have done 50 step over in 10 seconds, like Robinho. And he was that good. But I'm saying, when it comes down to goals, yes, Rooney falls short. But look at what Rooney sacrificed. Rooney sacrificed himself for most of them goals. Not most of them goals, that's a lie. But for a good percentage of them goals when he was at Manchester United. So never forget that. Never forget that. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up right now. Hey, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Leave your comments below in the comment section. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And Mr. Singh, leave your comments below in the comment section. I want to hear what you have to say, man. Because Rooney, man. Rooney, I love Rooney, man. Rooney was just a beast of a player, man. I think that him being a captain basically probably domesticated him, because he wasn't the same Rooney. You see me? And when Van Persie came in, man, Rooney wasn't the same, man. Rooney wasn't the same, man. Rooney wasn't the same. But Rooney was still Rooney in my book. And it was sad that, he had to leave based on how he left at Manchester United. But that's just, that's what it is. That's what happened. What can you do about it? But comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And with that being said, I'm out. Talk to you later.